What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today, you guys, with a brand new review for The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. You guys, this is season 13, episode 5, you guys. And before we go ahead and get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then you guys do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications. And with that out of the way, you guys, without further ado, let us go ahead and jump into this episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, shall we? All right, you guys, so this episode, it opens up where we ended last week with Kyle and Sutton with name 'em. Name 'em. Name 'em. It's so interesting, right? Also, I do want to say the name of the episode is titled Sutton-ly Suspicious, you guys. Now, it's just interesting seeing Sutton going off the way she is. Now, I do want to say, I wish people would stop using the word unhinged. I'm so tired of that word because Kyle is saying that Kyle says Sutton was unhinged. Now, Sutton says that Kyle seems unhinged. And I'm like, nah, Sutton. You do seem a little loopy, a little off, right? So I'm not gonna sit here and disagree with Kyle because I think that Sutton had been drinking, and I think Sutton probably had gotten upset about what happened with Erica in Vegas, and that's what the situation is. I don't know. So then Sutton asked Kyle, "What's going on with you?" And Kyle's like, "What do you mean, what's going on with me?" I'm like, Kyle, you know exactly what she means. Those articles that keep popping up about you and Mauricio, right? Like, that's what she's talking about. But Kyle says nothing is going on with her, and Kyle eventually left. And we'll come back to it no, let's talk about it right now. I'm noticing that the girls keep talking about things with Kyle. Sutton is gonna bring it up a little bit later, but they keep talking about what Kyle is not doing and what she is doing. And I'm like, the things that y'all are talking about her not doing, it's not that big of a deal. It's like, what do y'all want from her is my question that I'm wondering. It's like, do y'all want her to be this same person? Because I just be so confused. And if you guys don't remember, I know back during when the writer's strike and the actors strike, actually when the actors went on strike, I know that Bravo looked into some things because you guys remember what happened with Bethany Frankel. And I do remember that they had looked at, they were talking about the fact that most of these shows, they're fueled with nothing but alcohol. And so that's why you get a lot of the scenes that you get sometimes is because it's heavily alcohol induced. And it's just like, so I think they've looked into changing some of those things, and I have to go back and look at it again, but I believe they were trying to change some of those things. Let's pause here and let's move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. So next up, Erica has her mother to her home, right, to visit. And, Erica's talking about how when her mom is there, they're good for like maybe a day or two. But after that, they start to kind of get on each other's nerves, and it's a back and forth between them, right? And then Erica's talking about how there's not that big of an age difference between she and her mom. Erica's 52 and her mom is 70. And Erica was letting us know that when, she was younger, that she would go out to the club with her mother. And mind you, she said she was about 14 years old. She was sneaking out and going to the clubs with her mom. And then, she and her mom later in the episode, they talked about when she was on Broadway. And it was interesting because you guys remember when she was on Broadway, that was literally before the pandemic hit, when she started Broadway, and then they just had to stop because of the pandemic. And so her mom had went to see her, but she and her mom at that time weren't in a good place. So she was just looking at her like, what the hell are you doing here, right? And Erica lets us know that the reason that she and her mom weren't in a good place at that time is because her mom had asked her some questions about, Girardi Keys. And her mom in this episode asked the question. She's like, how many times did you go down to that law firm? She's like, Mom, stop. I was like, yeah, Erica is really doing everything she can not to implicate herself in anything. Like, I got what you talking about. Like, girl, zip it, ixnay on Girardi Keys. Like, don't mention that place. Mm-mm. Don't mention that place whatsoever, right? And you guys, when it comes to Erica, it's just hilarious to me because like I told you guys, I've been watching Beverly Hills since the beginning. And I remember when Erica and Tom came on, Erica was like the doting wife. She also had a different voice at the time. I didn't remember that Erica had a different voice until last season when they started showing some of them old clips. And I was like, that is right. When Erica came in, her voice was a lot softer than what it is currently. It wasn't as deep and raspy. So, yeah, Erica can say what she wants to say. Do I necessarily believe everything that Erica is saying? Not even 5% of me. Like, I don't, Erica has lied. And I think that's been the problem for me over the last few seasons. And like I said, plenty of times before, when Erica first came on Beverly Hills, I actually liked her. I enjoyed Erica. But this Erica right here, not so much. When Erica, it's so interesting. Because I'm actually about to talk about something real quick before we move forward. Because Erica, which season did she come on? I forgot which season she came on. I'm thinking Erica came on. I forgot which season it was, but another season that she came on. That is when old girl came on. What's her name? What is her name? I can see her face. Her last name is Edwards. Catherine Edwards, right? Didn't Catherine? I think Catherine Edwards and her came on at the same time because Dorit came on by herself. But I think Catherine Edwards and Erica came on the same season, and Catherine Edwards came on kind of how Anne Marie is, because Anne Marie is not scheduled to pop. From what I've heard, Anne Marie doesn't show up until episode 6, which is next Wednesday, right? Speaking of Anne Marie, her husband is in the news, and it ain't good news either that I just saw about Anne Marie's husband. So I saw earlier that Anne Marie's husband has been, well, he ain't accused of it. Well, it was in 1994, right? And it was a rape situation, right? The RP, that situation, right? And I know that they're not going to talk about it because it's already it's already happened. It's already happened, so they're not going to talk about it. But like I said, it just came out. Like, it literally just came out. It's on page 6. And I'm about to read the article to you guys before we move on, because I'm done with Erica's scene, but we're going to move on. So it says, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills newcomer Anne Marie Wiley's husband, Marcellus, accused of 1994 RAPE in new lawsuit. Now, the husband of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills newcomer Anne Marie has been accused of RAPE in a new lawsuit. A student who attended Columbia University at the time as Marcellus Wiley nearly 3 decades ago sued him Tuesday in the New York Supreme Court under Adult Survivors Act, alleging that he attacked her in the fall of '94 when he was a sophomore and a star football player. According to the lawsuit, which was obtained by the Post, Marcellus allegedly forced himself on the woman in her freshman dorm room. The woman alleged that Marcellus, 48, ignored her verbal objections and took her, oh my God, I'm not going to say that part. He took her virtue, let's say that, which she claimed later drove her to attempt to unlive herself. Actions were initially designed to cause plaintiffs severe emotional distress or were taken with reckless disregard of the significant and or substantial probability of causing plaintiffs severe emotional distress, her lawsuit states. I believe I did read here that the woman did press charges against him then, but I don't know what happened. It says the woman, a professor and a sociologist with a focus on race and culture, claimed she and Marcellus were friends when he invited himself into her dorm, allegedly telling her he wanted to eat dinner together and listen to music. She allegedly told Marcellus she was a virgin and not interested in having sex with him. But she claimed he laughed in response and said, "Ain't nobody trying to have sex with no virgin. Don't worry, I got you. Just come to hang out while I eat. I don't even have condoms on me." Ew, that's even worse. That's even worse. However, the woman alleged that the 250-pound athlete almost immediately ripped off her clothes when he got there and forced her face down on the mattress. Wow. She claimed she could barely breathe and feared for her life as Marcellus allegedly RAPE'd her multiple times. Oh, wow. According to her suit, she managed to get away from Marcellus, but he allegedly verbally threatened and physically yanked her back, oh my God, into the bed for another round. So, however, Marcellus denied the claims in a lengthy YouTube video shared Wednesday. "If you're a virgin, I'm not going to be your first because I'm not looking at it with the same respect." He said, "If you're a virgin, I'm not going to be your first because I'm not looking at it with the same respect, esteem, and honor that you should." And oh my God. He said, "We did mess around, but no vaginal intercourse," he added. However, later in the video, he confirmed that they did have sex. So you contradicted yourself, sir. He also accused her of talking trash and spreading lies to help cope with the shame she felt for cheating on her boyfriend at the time. "She felt ashamed to mess with me when she got caught. She didn't feel ashamed inviting me over. She only felt shame when she knew there was no future with me," he claimed. He thinks too much of himself. In her lawsuit, the woman said that she confided in a friend about the alleged attack and then reported it to several Columbia University administrators, all of whom allegedly displayed fondness for the then NFL hopeful. One of the administrators allegedly showed the woman's victim statement to Marcellus, who just disagreed that, oh my God. And this man is ugly as fuck. The woman also claimed that the administrator told her she had misunderstood the encounter because she was born in Africa and Marcellus was American, and people from different cultures interpret things differently. Marcellus, who claimed in his YouTube video that he would countersue for defamation, received minimal punishment. He was placed on academic probation in order to complete the spring '95 semester from his home in Los Angeles. He then returned to the New York City campus and the team. The woman and the friend who encouraged her to report the incident allegedly received harassing phone calls in the months that followed. In the spring of '96, the woman says she tried to end her life, after which she was admitted to a locked hospital ward for 2 weeks before being released. Oh, you got to be shitting me. That is disgusting. And Marie, I already don't like you. I didn't like you before the season started, and I'm really side-eyeing you now. Ugh. We're going to pause here, and we're going to move forward, you guys. All right, you guys, next up, let's talk about Crystal. Crystal. You guys know I like Crystal, right? But Crystal, sweetie pie, honey bunches of oats. What's your storyline this season? I'm kind of confused. I'm confused about your storyline, and I'm also confused about Sutton's storyline. But we're on Sutton. We're on Crystal first. I'm sorry, Crystal. Crystal. Where's the storyline? Because this scene with you, the kids, and what is Rob, right? Cute little scene with your kids, asking your son what is he doing with his hair. Very cute scene. But then y'all start talking about your brother. And once again, I like her brother. I like Crystal. I like her brother. I'm kind of confused. You know what? I ain't even finna judge her, right? Because if Crystal finna make her brother and his ex-fiance her storyline, I don't have a problem with it. Because Renna got away with it for years, making Delilah and whatever her other daughter's, I forget her other daughter's name. If Renna got away with it for years, making Delilah and her other daughter, especially the one that had the eating disorder or whatever disorder it was she had, especially Amelia and Delilah, I think that's their names. When she made that one daughter storyline that season when that girl had that, I'm pretty positive It was an eating disorder. When that girl had that problem, Renna made that her storyline. I was like, wow, Renna. So if Crystal wants to make Jeff her storyline, I have no problem with it, literally and figuratively. Go for it. I think it's a little interesting, but hey, it is what it is. And also with Beverly Hills, that is one thing I will say about the Beverly Hills ladies. There are seasons where they don't have storylines and they will just pile onto something else and make it their storyline, i.e., Puppygate. Speaking of Puppygate, that episode season played yesterday because I saw the reunion. Puppygate, everybody made Puppygate their whole storyline because, oh my God, if I never hear the word Lucy apple juicy again in my life, it'll be too soon. I never want to hear that. They drug that through the mud, right? So I don't have a problem with Crystal, but I do think that Crystal, I have to agree with Rob. I think you're overbearing when it comes to Jeff. If Jeff wants to go back and be with that woman, let Jeff go be with that woman. If that woman makes him happy, then he needs to follow what makes him happy. It is what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Next up, you guys, Sutton. Like I just said about Crystal, what is Sutton's storyline? This goddamn horse. So we saw the horse. What next? Now we see Sutton and Jennifer Tilly. So they're getting ready to go meet the horse Santos. Sutton's paid $47,000 for Santos. I would love to have that much money just to blow on a damn horse. Now I will say that he is a very, I love the horse. He was pretty. Now, Sutton and Jennifer, they sat down, and so Jennifer and Sutton are talking about the situation with Kyle, and she's talking about the articles that are coming up about Kyle and Maurizio. She's also talking about the fact that she worked out while they were in Vegas. She's not drinking. And I was like, now Sutton, how is that a problem that the woman is no longer drinking and working out? That means she's taking care of her health. So how is that a problem? Now, her not wearing her wedding ring, yeah, I can give you that. But her literally working out and not drinking, how in the hell is that a problem? Sudden, you look like you had one too many drinks at your home. That could be considered a problem. I'm not saying that it is a problem, but that in itself could be considered a problem, right? And so I love how Jennifer told her maybe she is going through something in her life, right? And Jennifer, without saying it, maybe it's like a midlife crisis, or maybe she's having trouble. There are multiple things that could be going on. Kyle could be having troubles in her marriage, which we see that, or it could just be a midlife crisis, or she's doing some things that's changed. Since she saw some things that she didn't like, and now she's trying to change them. It could be so many different things. But for Sutton to sit there and try to say her not drinking and her working out is a problem, it's really not. It's the opposite of a problem. Let me know what you guys think. Pausing here and wrapping up the episode. All right, guys, so we're wrapping up the episode with Garcelle. So Garcelle is having a party for her movie that she acted in and she produced. Now, I can't remember, because there was a movie. No, that was Cynthia. I was about to say that's Cynthia. Because there was a movie on Lifetime with Cynthia where her daughter was missing, but that's not this movie. I know that I think there's a series that I think this is the thing that's on Hulu. I could be mistaken, but I know Garcelle has a project that is on Hulu that no, the one that I'm thinking about, it's the one where it's the black girls, they both work in the same office, and the people just assume that they should be friends with each other because they're both black of all things, right? I think that's what that show is, and I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to look it up. But this movie is Black Girls Missing, I believe. Black Girl Missing. And it's about a missing black girl. And it's just showing, from what I'm gathering, this is just showing to us the stark parallels between black and brown girls missing as opposed to our counterparts being missing. When our counterparts are missing, they immediately stop the presses, stop everything. We got to find the little missing white girl. But when it comes to a black girl and a brown girl, you have to go through so many hoops, right? You got to go through so many hoops to try to find them. So that's a good thing for her. Now we see Garcelle and she's talking to her other son, Jade, and she's telling him how Jax hurt her feelings. And so she asked him, "Do you need any freedoms for me?" He said, "Well, the only freedom that I need from you is to let Ashlyn come over and spend the night." She says, "No, I'm not letting her come over here, and I know damn well her mom not gonna go for it." And so that's that. Now we see as Dorit and Sutton were going to ride together to Garcelle's event, right? And I thought it was hilarious because if you guys remember what season was it? Was it season 9 or was it season 8 when Teddy was meeting up with Dorit, and Dorit was late as hell because Dorit was doing glam and Dorit took them photos for Instagram and Teddy was hella pissed. Now I know I said the name that most of y'all do not like, right? I know I said the forbidden name of Teddy, right? Y'all have to remember, I've told you guys plenty of times, I don't dislike Teddy, right? Teddy is not my favorite housewife, but I don't have the same feelings that everybody else has of Teddy. I really don't. I know the fandom cannot stand Teddy, but for me, now I will say Teddy's season 9 Teddy was insufferable for me. Season 10 she was pregnant, but season 9 she was insufferable because she was the one that was, with Lisa Vanderpump laughing about this whole. Well, I still don't know what's true with the dog with that whole situation of who went to what was it page 6. I still don't remember. I don't care. I don't know who was telling the truth, and I don't care. And we all know Vanderpump didn't show up to that reunion, so at this point, it's a done deal, and I still don't care, right? And so yeah, I thought that was funny that that happened to Dorit because Dorit was sitting out in the car, kind of upset with Sutton, who was inside taking pictures. I was like, "Turnabout is fair play, Dorit." Now, on the way to the screening, Sutton lets it be known that there are like 100 people that'll be there and leave it to Dorit to make it all about herself. I'm like, oh my God, Dorit, you're terrible. Why can't you just go to this shit and just show support? Ma'am, you weren't that damn, like, Dorit, you're full of shit because you weren't that triggered. You were in Vegas. There are so many people in fucking Vegas. Y'all went to that Magic Mike thing, and there had to be over 100 women in Magic Mike. Like, Dorit, go to hell. Oh God, Dorit gets on my nerves. So we see everyone. They are at the screening, and so Jax saw, Erica, right? And he asked Crystal to go with him so that he could talk to Erica. So he went up to Erica and told Erica, like, "Hey, it's no hard feelings. I'm not, there's no ill will between us." And she apologized to him for what she did to him last season. Then, out of the blue, Denise Richards shows up. I was like, bravo, bravo, bravo. I don't know why Denise said that somebody told her that if she said bravo on camera, that they would stop rolling the cameras. Ma'am, no. No, Denise. No. Bravo, bravo, fucking bravo. I love it though. I need that on a shirt. Bravo, bravo, fucking bravo. Now, Denise spoke to everybody. She even spoke to Erica, and I'm wondering, where is this issue between Denise and Erica gonna come in at? Is she gonna pick a fight because of Renna? Oh my God, I wonder if that's the only reason why, because you guys know that that's really the only reason why Denise is back. Because I remember, I think it was last season when Garcelle was on Watch What Happens Live with Andy, and she was asking, has she, been in communication with Denise? And she said yes. And he was asking, would she ever come? I think somebody even asked the question, would she ever come back? And she said she would, but a certain housewife would have to go in order for her to come back. And he was like, are her initials LR? And she was like, y'all know how Garcelle laughs. So she laughed, but I think we all knew that Denise would only come back if Renna wasn't around. And the interesting thing with Renna is some of these girls she has been friends with because, most of them are actors and most of them are actresses. So they've known each other for years. And I just could not sell out my friendships for this show. But Renna did it effortlessly. The only person she never sold out was Eileen. She never betrayed Eileen. And I thought that was interesting that she never betrayed Eileen. I'm trying to remember if she and Eileen have ever been on Days of Our Lives together. Because when she was playing Billy, I don't remember if Eileen was on there playing Kristen. I don't know if they've ever crossed paths on Days of Our Lives as Kristen and Billy. I gotta go do some research. I have got to do some research on that. So after that, we get to the screening, and from what I saw, it looked good, minus Garcelle's makeup. Ugh, that makeup in that movie was kind of bad. It did not fit her skin tone. No shade in Garcelle, it was just not good, sis. Love you, but it just was terrible. Then we see Kyle. So Kyle was sitting by herself, right? And so Sutton came over there where Kyle was and wanted to talk. And Kyle and Sutton got into it. Now, I will say, Kyle, Sutton did come over there just trying to have a conversation with you, and you kind of did go left on her. But I get it. You're still thinking about what happened the last time you met up with Sutton. Now, Sutton, I will say you did bring up something that I had not really thought about, but I thought about it. Sutton wonders if Kyle is upset with her because of the fact that Sutton is friends with Kathy. And, Kyle says that's not the case. I was like, now, Kyle, is it or isn't it? Because Sutton did make a good point, and I thought about that. That was a very valid point. And then on the flip side, we get Garcelle and Dorit talking. Dorit, I'm so glad that, Garcelle told Dorit, like, hey, when I told you my feelings about my kids, you inadvertently made that about yourself. And then you told me that it was a year ago. And Dorit says, oh, Garcelle, I didn't say that. I really want Dorit to lose his accent. I've hated this accent since she first stepped on the scene. When you travel the world, you can speak in any accent you want. I hated that tagline then, and I still hate that tagline today. When you travel the world, you do not adopt people's accents, and I still don't know what this accent is. But she apologized to Garcelle. How long it's gonna last, the world may never know. But that's it, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in the comments section below. Subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications on, and share the video, you guys. And until the next time, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves, you guys. Wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one, you guys. And I hope you guys have a great and fabulous Thanksgiving. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.